Hi, I'm Ken Carlyle. Speakers, authors, coaches, thought leaders come to me to discover how they can take their current position and turn it into high-powered, high-profit, transformational digital events. I can do the same for you too. You're about to watch an excerpt of one of our online events that I think you may find very powerful. After that, I'll meet you and we'll talk about it.
So the first thing that I look at when I'm looking at communities is who's the community for, and what is the community about. And to be the most simple, that's just kind of where you start. And what I find is that most people, when they're talking about their community, they start to get really subjective. Like, I want to help moms, lose weight or something like that. And with online and community building, you kind of have to think of yourself as like there's millions upon millions of pages online. There's so many different groups online. You really have to dig a whole lot deeper and start looking into, what about you? What about your story? What about that can you weave in so you can be really, really specific with the community? Because the way the algorithms typically work is if you go to post something, and this is if you want organic, right? So organic means that you're not having to spend money to reach the people in your audience. If you want Facebook to or any social media platform to release the content that you create to all of your followers, then 100% of what you post needs to like directly make sense to a follower or a subscriber. And the more it's abstract or they have to reframe it to their industry or to their thing, that's when Facebook or any algorithm starts going, I don't really know, or I can't really understand what you're doing. And so the more specific you can get with your page, and so I'll kind of give you an example, is I was talking to this one woman who she came to me as a life coach. And we got to talking, and come to find out, she suffered chronic debilitating migraine ever since she was 2 years old. And it got to the point where she pursued a career. She got her PhD. She, works, in migraine. And so I said, what's keeping you from being, like a migraine strategist or somebody that helps specifically people with chronic debilitating migraine? Because as of right now, you saying that you're a life coach and you'll work with anybody who has any pain. What's going to happen online is you're going to say that you work with everybody that has pain, and that community isn't going to understand one another. There's a difference between somebody who has pain as in regards to lupus, somebody who has pain in regards to another ailment. And so initially when you start, you want there to be a clear focus. And so we kind of pivoted her brand, and she says, that she helps women who suffer chronic debilitating migraine, get more stuff done throughout the day. And when we finally narrowed it down to that, then all of a sudden opportunities opened up. She, works with the Association of Migraine Disorders, the National Headache Foundation. She has a podcast called Heads Up with them. There's all these opportunities that started coming as a result of being very clear with who she was, to the point where her community started saying, oh yeah, Dr. Lindsay Weitzel, she helps women who suffer chronic debilitating migraine. She became known as like the go-to person in that space. And I guess, some people call it niching, some people call it, call it whatever you want. But it's how are you really empowering the community that you serve with the words that they need to reference you at scale. And if you're not controlling that conversation that's happening behind your back, and you're letting people just talk freely about who they think you are and what they think you do, and then there's really no control over that community and how people refer. You can't really build a fanatical community if there's not like that clear messaging there.
So that's one short taste of how you can use the power of digital events to help people transform their lives and find a new way to live. Want to learn how you can put it to use in your own business? Well, stick with me for the Digital Events Essentials Plan. It's called DEEP. It'll take you through how you can plan, produce, and profit from your own online events. It's pretty great, it's pretty free, and I think you'll like it pretty much. So come join me. Click the link either in the description below or somewhere on this video itself, and we'll take you over there. It's completely free. I think you're going to love it, and it will give you the plan you need to plan, produce, and profit from your own digital events.